Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, da-da-da. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, da-da-da.
So now the next project is painting my nightstand, and I love this nightstand. I've had it forever. I can't even remember where I bought it. I was shopping around for another nightstand, but you know what, why don't I just save that money and just refinish this nightstand and save the $60 to $100 and just, you know, refinish it, you know, just paint the wood. And I found some pictures on the internet. Actually, I found a picture on Amazon, and I'll put that on the screen. Just a picture that sort of inspired me. It's not going to look exactly like it, but the colors inspired me. So this is the paint that I'm going to use, and I bought this from Walmart, and I've never used this paint before, so I really hope it works really well. But this is a gray, a weathered gray, and I got two colors actually, a gray and an ebony. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the gray, I'm going to paint this part gray, and I'm going to paint the legs the darker color, and that's going to be gray too. So I think that's going to be really, really cute, a little different. And also once it's done, it's going to go right back into the corner that I had it before, right underneath that window. Okay guys, this is what the table is looking like, the end table, and I started it a couple of days ago, and to be honest with you, I'm not really crazy about the paint. It said that it was going to take maybe a couple of hours to dry, and it's already 2 days, and it's just now drying completely. The consistency is really thin, so I really had to work with it, but I eventually got what I have. So now I'm going to get started with the legs. They're going to be a lot darker. And I think I put up a picture of the end table that I was inspired by. So it's not going to be exactly like that end table, but it was inspired. So I have the same brand of paint, and I'm gonna paint the legs, and it's gonna be a lot darker than the gray. So I'm gonna get started with that. Okay, you guys, I got to step in and just let you know that I was really not liking the way this table was coming out. I had to take this paint off. It was so bad, you guys. It was so thin, and the bottle claims that it dries in an hour. And guys, by the time I got to the legs, it was about 2 to 3 days later, and the paint was still damp and wet. And it was just awful. And I was so bummed because I thought I had ruined it. So I had to figure out how to salvage it. So I had to get a scraper and get that paint off. I had to get some sandpaper and sand it off. I had to do whatever I had to do because I really love this table, as I mentioned before, and I didn't want to buy another one. So I had to go right back to Home Depot and pick up this paint. It's a Behr paint, wood stain paint, and it's the same brand of paint that I used on my walls. And I have to say, you guys, Behr paint is a great paint. It doesn't smell, and it dries within 20 to 30 minutes. It applies, it doesn't streak, and you don't have to put a bunch of different coats in order for it to look really good. And so that's what I did. And I got a little paint roller, and it went on really smooth. And by the time I finished my table, it really looked really, really good. And I thought I wanted the legs dark, but instead I just decided just to paint the table completely one color. And it's a really nice gray. I know it comes off a little blue on camera, but it really is a nice shade of gray. And it just works really, really well. And I'm so happy, you guys, I was able to save this table.